governing power, or its possession or use. Governing power or its possession or use. And then it also means a prescribed guide or conduct or action. A prescribed guide for conduct or action. A prescribed guide or conduct for action. The next thing we have is the word law. Law means a way of life. And then law also means a rule of conduct or procedure. A rule of conduct or procedure established by custom, agreement, or authority. A rule of conduct or procedure established by custom, agreement, or authority. Then the third word we have is the word govern. Govern means to control the actions or behavior of. To control the actions or behavior of. The second part of that definition means to keep under control. To keep under control. To keep under control. And then the third part of that definition of that same word means to restrain. So there's three definitions. That's the word rule, the word law, and the word govern. There's rule, law, and then the word govern. G-O-V-E-R-N. Okay? To control the actions or behavior of. Second part of the definition is to keep under control. And the third part is restrain. Okay. Now, I want us to look at some particular words, and I want us to understand what God is saying when we look at the verses and then these points that I'm going to give you. Now, what we have to understand is, see, in other words, it's like this. If you went to sign up for the military, there's certain rules and laws that governs being able to be accepted. Certain rules and laws that governs that. You know, physical. Can't have certain conditions. It's not bias. It's just certain things have to govern in order for you to qualify to even be accepted. There's no discrimination, none of that. If you went to a job, there's certain procedures. You got to take a drug test. That's part of the procedure. You have to take a drug test. Another thing you have to do is fill out application, whether it's manually or whether it's online. That's one of the procedures. You can't just walk up on a job and say, I want to work here. You have to give your information, your address and where you live, and social, and all of that. That's a part of the procedure. Well, you know, and then you accept it in. Now watch this now. We do this every single day. Watch this. We do this every single day. We do it on the job. If we go to school, whether we're in elementary or high school, or whether we're adult going to college, we give all the information. We stand in a long line, and we wait to give out information. We understand schools are now getting more modern now. They're making sure that you can do everything online. So you have to be wasting your gas and stand up for hours. But in certain scenarios, you may have to stand up and do certain things. It depends on what it is, but most of it is going to be online and you'll be done and complete. But now watch this.
We do this and we think nothing of it. School, jobs, military, whatever it is, and we think nothing of it. We say, well, you know what? Before you can be accepted into that program, you have to do this, 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 and this. And we think nothing of that. But how is it that in order for you to go to a particular school, you have to give certain information? How is it that before you can get that job, you have to give certain information? And you have to have certain information filled out based on forms. How is it that we can understand that? You said, did you get the job yet? No, I didn't get it yet because I ain't. Did you fill out the application? Well, no, I can't get the job until I fill out the application, see if they're going to accept me. I got to go fill out this application. Watch this. Why is it that we can understand that we can't get the job yet until we fill out the application, but yet we don't want to apply this word, but we want to get the application of this word to manifest in our life and give us the full season? Why is that? Why is that? Why can't this be common? Why can't this be common, like going to fill out an application? Why can't this be common, just like going to the school to make sure the information, going to fill out something? Why is it that this can't be common the same way? See, you know what we have done? To a large degree, and a lot may not agree with me on this, but I want you to hear the point I'm going to make. To a large degree, we have actually respected the world system greater than we respected this. Because the world system is common, and we think nothing of it. I mean, and guess what's nothing sinful about that, per se? Nothing sinful, nothing wrong or evil about that. That's just the system we live in. So God created the system, so we understand we're in it. We're in the world, we're not of it. We understand that we have to live by the system that we live in. We're not crazy. We're not super spiritual and crazy. But what I am saying is, why would someone who comes along and want to actually live by this system be a fanatic and a nut? Well, I might as well start calling you a nut for going to fill out the applications and going and take a long time to sit around for hours until they call you. So what's the difference? So why is it that if you need to be in this for an hour or 2 hours, then you're a fanatic because you want to be in this for 2 hours? All this point is going to relate to something. You understand where I'm going at with it? I'm just giving you this for a reason. Oh, why am I crazy? Because I've been in this Bible 2 or 3 hours. But yet we'll go to an orientation on a job and sit for 3 and 4 hours. I'm thinking nothing of it. Well, you know, so-and-so still on his orientation. He'll be obedient about 5 hours today. Now, he won't really officially work today, but he's on orientation and he's going to be in about 5 hours for just orientation. And saints that have a fit if they go 30 minutes over in a Bible study. Looking at their watch. I want to see if they do that in orientation. I want to see if they do that in orientation. I want to see if the saints do that in orientation when they just get in their job. That's what I want to see. I want to just walk by certain little conference rooms based on those on a particular job. And they're in the conference room of that particular corporation. And I want to see all those employees that just got hired at 10 or 15, that's an orientation. I want to see them keep looking at their watch. But the sense that you go over 15, 20 minutes, the same people looking at their watch, 15, 20 minutes over. All this going to relate to something. I'm just going places. We are so common with the world system, which is okay, respectfully. But we have not made this common. We have not made this common. Common meaning in the sense of being sensible and regular to us. See? See? I need to get into my mess. Gosh, got me going here like this here. Why is it that we can think nothing of if a child called home and there's something that happened at the school, we can jump up just like that and go because it's our child. And we're supposed to. Right? At the school, right? Sometimes they left the book bag. Right? Watch this now. They left the book bag, right? They left a book. Book. But watch this, we understand how important that book is. To the point where if we have to be late for work, we would say this child, this boy, this girl need their book. And because they need their book, and we have to be late to work or late to an appointment, we actually go get the book out the room, fussing at them on the phone. So, oh, why you left that book? Why you left this tablet? Why you left this tablet? Why you left this book? But we realize we'll be late because we know that this book and this tablet is important. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we get it and we take it up to the school. Huff it and puff it, get back in the car, and go to work and be there, work about 15 minutes late, 12 minutes late. Let me ask you a question. If the church needed you, why is it that the saints say, please, I don't know what pastor's talking about, I don't know what first talking about, I don't know what the elder talking about, I don't know what the minister talking about, I don't know what the deacon talking about, I don't know what the brother talking about, I don't know what the saints talking about, God ain't said be a fool. Well, okay, then why you being a fool and getting up for your child? Why you being a fool and getting up for your child who you trying to teach to be disciplined and in order to take their stuff and then constantly leave the book 2 and 3 times in 1 week and you be to work the late 2 and 3 times in 1 week? Why is that? But the saints get deep on you as soon as you say the church need this at the last minute, the pastor need this at the last minute, the first need that, the saint or the deacon or the elder or the pastor, the prophet, the bishop, the apostle need that at the last minute. But the saints get deep on you then and won't spend no extra time, won't do nothing extra. Nothing extra. Nothing extra because they get deep on you in a minute. You said, Pastor, bring this home because you going off on a tangent. What is all this relating to? It all relate to something. And God got me going here for a reason. Because we think of the common. And we're used to the common of everyday activities of our life. And there's nothing wrong with it in the respectable heart. Nothing. Nothing. I just said all I just said, and nothing wrong with what a person do. School, education, job, nothing except for evil wrong about it. But I'm showing you about how common we can be about our everyday system and think nothing of it and think it's common and think nothing of it. You realize that? You realize that saints, the church, world, understand about being common? And there's nothing wrong with that. How is it that the saints can come up with $95 when that car almost go out? How? How is it that the saints in the kingdom can come up with $95 to fix their car, but they can't come up with 10 to have the church? It's common because the car was unexpected. Just like a need in the kingdom is unexpected. But guess what? The saints will come up with the 10 because they'll be murmuring and complaining. Murmuring and complaining about $10. But if that car must go out, that $95 come from somewhere. It comes up and it appears comingly. And guess what's nothing wrong with it? Because you need your car. But guess what? The kingdom need your $10, your $20. God goes somewhere with this thing of us being common and what we're used to. See? Is there something wrong with fixing a car? You're supposed to fix your car. That's your car. You need it for your family and everywhere you need to go. You need your car. You're supposed to fix it. You're supposed to fix your car. And you think nothing of it when that unexpected thing comes, and here it is, you got to spend $95 or $120 to fix it. And you say, oh man, I got to watch this. Man, I got to fix this car. Ooh, I wasn't expecting it, but I got to fix it. Why is it that a church can do something or need something or the kingdom needs something and it be unexpected? Why can't you say so? Well, I wasn't really expecting, but I'm going to give that extra 30. I'm going to give that extra 40. Talk to me, saints of God. Why is that? Because what we've done, we have not made this common. And we've made our everyday life common. That's why in the kingdom I'm not hearing a lot of people, because I watch what they do. Get them out of revelatory. I'm talking about saints in the kingdom, period. Get them out of this room and who in the front of me. I'm talking about saints, period. In the kingdom. So don't tell me about fixing your car. and coming up with 95 that you didn't have, but you can't come up with 25 that you didn't have for the church or the kingdom. Give that to somebody else. Why God got me going here? Lord Jesus, help me. See? Because we've made our life common, and we have not made this common. We have not. How is it that we can squeeze money from McDonald's, but we can't squeeze money from the kingdom? How is it that we want to talk to that certain boyfriend or girlfriend or friend, we can stay up hours till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning on the phone, sleeping? You still there? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still here. You still there? Yeah, I'm still here. 12 or 1 o'clock, drifting off to sleep 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning on the phone, but yet have a fit 30 minutes over on Bible study looking at them watch like this, so sleeping tight. Sit down. See, me personally, I just watch the totality of the kingdom. I don't look at no one person, you. That ain't where I'm at. I watch everything I interact with in the kingdom. Everywhere I go, everything I do, that's what I do. I don't just look at one individual. I ain't that minded in my mind. See? So when Saints starts talking this stuff about this or that, be quiet. Be quiet. Shut up. You're lying. You're lying. You're a liar, and the truth is not in you. You're a liar, and the truth is not in you. And I'm going to give everybody in this room contact, and I'm also looking this direction right here at the camera. You're a liar, and the truth is not in you. Give everybody eye contact. And then when a leader go off this, oh, he tripping. He's not tripping. Sometimes leaders contain things in their spirit for months, and the Lord don't allow them to even release nothing. And they can see many things in the kingdom, not in their own church, just in the kingdom at large that grieve their spirit. See them saints at McDonald's inside. God bless you, praise him. God bless you, bless you. Oh yeah, how you coming with that 7 for that doggone chicken sandwich? How you coming with that 7 for that combo for that? And your child in the back, make sure to get their big chicken sandwich or their McDouble. And your total come out to be $9.75 or 11 and some change. But then at service, you just left service, and the deacon or somebody was begging for an extra $12, and you sitting there holding that 50 in back because you want to go get your McDouble. And only gave 3 of their offering anyway. No, I'm not belittling no one by giving us that. I'm not doing it. I'm saying this is some stingy people. I'm just saying, not in that arena of someone who only had 3, not that. But in the sense of someone who being stingy. We are common. Oh yeah, he still got me going here. How is it that that child can tell you, bringing you a form home, and say that it is such and such that they need you to buy cleats and shoes and this and that and this uniform, that shirt, this, that, all kind of stuff they need to buy, and the thing don't come home, the paper don't come home 3 weeks in advance. Okay. The paper don't come home 3 weeks in advance. Sometimes it come home the week, a couple of days before. You got to come up with this money to make sure this child have this thing. And guess what? Every parent, come up with it. Let it be a day now for the church. Ready for it before close your sign go on to church. Let before close your sign go. Lord will do it. Well, why he didn't do it with that uniform and them shoes? Why he ain't gonna do it with them shoes and that thing that you need for your church? How is it that the money get caught up then? But when in reference to the church, well, you know, God said beautiful, I got my bill. Well, you didn't have your bills when you did that thing for your child. Then I'm at a place in my life now. See, we're going to talk this full season. I'm not hearing all of it because we don't even have a clue of what it takes to get to the full season. We don't have a clue. We don't have a clue. We just want this house and this car and this money. And we want to shine, get our shine on and be leaning. leaning to the side, and a drop top. That's what we want. Have never given to a hurting. Never stayed over for nothing in the church. Be the first one to leave. You know these saints that want to go to service, they'll never want to stay behind for nothing? You said, oh Lord Jesus, you said a lot, Pastor. How is this going to relate to the message? It's going to relate to it in a minute. Well, never want to stay behind for nothing. Be the first one to leave. Come late and leave first. But we made our everyday life common to understand. I'm going to tell you something. To get to the full new season, it takes a type of sacrifice and a type of tenacity and a type of passion and a type of drive that's not just in the norm. And that's why many will not get nowhere near the full season. And will enjoy the 60 and will enjoy the 30 and will have much and still don't be nowhere near the fullness. And think that they're because they have a brand new house and a new car. Brother, the 60 will give you much. The 30 will give you much. But the fullness is a realm that many will not nowhere near reach it.